Charles Darwin, a visionary explorer of the natural world, whose quotes illuminate the depths of evolution, the power of adaptation, and the eternal quest for knowledge. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life in the long history of humankind. Those who learned to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed. It is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage change. We can allow satellites, planets, suns, universe, nay, whole systems of universes to be governed by laws, but the smallest insect we wish to be created at once by special act, man tends to increase at a greater rate than his means of subsistence. The mystery of the beginning of all things is insoluble by us, and I for one must be content to remain an agnostic. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. It is not enough to do good. One must do the right way. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. I love fools' experiments. I am always making them. A moral being is one who's capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives. Man in his arrogance thinks himself a great work, worthy of the interposition of a deity. If the misery of the poor be caused not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. To kill an error is as good a service as, and sometimes even better than, the establishing of a new truth or fact. I am turned into a sort of machine for observing facts and grinding out conclusions. The universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect if there is, at bottom, no design, no purpose, no evil, no good, nothing but blind, pitiless indifference.